Hello and welcome to another edition of Marriott NBA Today. Here joining me is Gifford Nielsen. Welcome to the show.
Nice to be here.
And quickly, can you give our viewers a catch up on what you've been doing?
Yes, we currently live in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And been down in Houston since 1978. Left BYU after a career in football there, and moved to Texas and have been there ever since. So we raised our family down there. 6 children, all of them married now. All of them graduated from college. All of them have at least one child, and all of them have a job. That's a good thing.
I still have to go. I still have all 3 of those: job, graduate, and get
You know
married.
what? Everything's going to work out okay.
I keep
You're gonna
hoping.
make it.
I keep hoping. So how are you involved with Steve Young and his Forever Young Foundation?
Well, we work very closely together with all the quarterbacks that have ever played at BYU. So if Steve has a function like this, we come and support it. And he does such a wonderful job in the nonprofit world. You know, Steve's been very successful, of course, on the football field. Been very successful in business, but he's also been very successful in the nonprofit world. In fact, his foundation, the Forever Young Foundation, and our family foundation, the One Heart Foundation, have kind of joined together to teach leadership principles to executive directors of nonprofit organizations. Millions of dollars are being poured into the nonprofit world bucket every year, and not a lot of people know where those dollars go. And so we've joined together with the Arbinger Institute, and we have a teaching technique called revolutionizing performance. And so we take them through a couple of days of the basic Arbinger principles, and then we really drill down on the business aspects of their foundation. And it has been so accountable and so good, and it's very exciting what we're doing. So we're doing a few things together.
Okay. Do you have any specific leadership tips for our viewers? We've got a lot of students that are watching this.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the philosophy behind our teaching really is the Arbinger philosophy, and it's based on the books Leadership and Self-Deception and The Anatomy of Peace. And I can't think of 2 better books if you're trying to enhance your knowledge of leadership and really enhance your knowledge of the nonprofit world than reading those 2 books, Leadership and Self-Deception and The Anatomy of Peace. And basically it is the world of self-deception, and when we get ourselves in a self-deceptive behavior, we don't see the world the way that we're supposed to see it. And when I was going through this training, I thought to myself, these are my coaches, my successful coaches really understood this principle without really knowing it. And consequently, we all cared about each other. We all worked together, and the bottom line is we were more successful than we could have ever been individually. And so it's really based on the principle of seeing people as people, or we see them as objects. And when we see people as people, and we really care about those we work with, and those we do things with, we're going to be way more successful than when we see them as objects. And so many of us look at people as objects right now, and that just gets us into trouble.
Okay, that's great advice. And is there anywhere specific our viewers can go to find your nonprofit? Do you have a website or any way that they can?
Oh, our particular nonprofit? Yes. We're just kind of developing ours. Steve's got his Forever Young Foundation, but we're both doing the same thing. I'm teaching these nonprofits basically in the Houston area, and we'll do some in Salt Lake City, and then Steve's got some in Phoenix in the Bay Area, and also joining together in Salt Lake City. But anybody can go to the Arbinger website, arbinger.com, and just see the philosophy behind all of it. But it has been so enjoyable. I think together we've put probably 100 charities through this training, and it has been absolutely fantastic.
Okay, well, I really appreciate your time sitting down and being on our show. And that doesn't.
Well, did you just have Jerry Rice on here?
Jerry Rice.
Steve Young?
Jerry.
I mean, I'm sitting in the chair that Jerry Rice was sitting in.
Jerry Rice is sitting in the chair that you're sitting in.
There you go. I just looked at Jerry and I just thought, you know what? The greatest wide receiver in NFL history. That's Jerry Rice. And to have him be a part of this and to give his views and thoughts like that, you're a lucky man. So
both lucky. He's a great guy too, and so are you.
Thank you very much.
So I appreciate you sitting down with us, and that does it for another edition of Marriott NBA Today. We'll see you next time.